Hello students, this is Majesh Bhuria and again today we are going to discuss about grammatical portion. And students, try to understand whatever things are taught here, and it is specially about direct and indirect speech. In the previous video we already discussed about active and passive voice, and before that we talked about the tense. So if your tenses are good, definitely it would be very easy for you to understand direct and indirect speech. Before we go through this, let us talk what is direct and what is indirect. If we talk about the direct speech, definitely when a speaker who speaks directly to you, that comes under this category. Let us see what does it says. When we refer to the exact words of the speaker in a sentence, it is said to be in direct speech. Exactly whatever the speaker is speaking exactly to the listener, that comes under direct speech. That means directly he is talking to the speaker or listener. And for see the example also how the direct speech is there. If we see the picture, I have given two pictures. Here two people are talking and here three people are talking. If we talk about two people, directly these two people are discussing or they are having conversation between them directly. The third person is not there. You can see, you can understand through the picture. Now see the example. Tanya said, you can take these two examples. Tanya said, I swim in the evening. Now both are discussing. These two ladies are sitting here and they are discussing about something, and Tanya says, she is saying to someone that I swim in the evening. She says to her that I swim in the evening. Now this is direct speech. Now if we talk about indirect, what is indirect? Now look at this one. When we report what somebody said or thought in our own words, we use indirect speech. Now you see the difference, direct and indirect. Now you see, when these two people were talking directly, it comes under direct speech. Now whatever she said, now she said to her, now when she will say the same thing to the third person, that time it will be the indirect speech. That would be indirect because she is the speaker. The words which are she is speaking, they are not words of the speaker. Those words are of somebody else's. Now see the example. Now Tanya said that she swam in the evening. Now whatever Tanya said, same thing the listener is repeating to the third person. That comes under indirect speech. Now before we go through the examples, we will discuss about the rules or regulations of direct and indirect speech. Let us see. Rules of changing direct to indirect. How the direct speech is changed into indirect speech. Let us see. Before that we can understand the rules. Look at here. Simple present changes into simple past. Now this is direct one and this is indirect one. When in the direct speech simple present is there, then it changes into simple past. If we talk about direct and indirect, definitely there are two parts. Try to understand. There are two parts. Now Charu said. The said word is reporting verb. This is called reporting verb, and we want to go for a movie, This is called reported speech. Try to understand, when we talk about the direct and indirect speech, when the direct speech is there, there are two parts. Which are two parts? Charu said, that means this said is called reporting verb, and the sentence which is under inverted comma, it is called reported speech. This is reporting verb, this is reported speech. Now we have to change the reported speech according to the tense, according to the demand of the rule. Now see the rules. Simple present changes into simple past. Now present continuous changes into past continue. Now present perfect changes into past perfect. Then present perfect continuous changes into past perfect continuous. Now comes past form. Simple past changes into past perfect. Past continuous changes into past perfect continuous. Then now we will discuss about the examples. Now we will discuss about the one by one rule. First is simple present changes into simple past. How? Let us see the example. Charu said, we want to go for a movie. We want to go for a movie. Now you look at the sentence and try to identify the reported speech is belong to which tense. Now we want to go for a movie, that means this is belong to simple present. They want to go for a movie. Now when we will as the rule says, simple present changes into simple past. So this is simple present. So we have to change this simple present into the simple past. How? Let us see. When we change it into indirect speech, how it would be. Charu said that they wanted to go for a movie. They wanted. We want will become wanted, simple past, and we have to use that, and the inverted comma would be removed. This is the simple way to change direct into indirect speech. Now we will discuss about the next rule, that is present continuous. Present continuous changes into past continuous. How it is? Let us see. The same sentence, with the help of the same sentence we will try to understand this sentence also. How? Charu said, I am going for a movie. I am going. That means it is present continuous, and according to the rule, present continuous changes into past continuous. How? When we change this direct speech to indirect speech, how it changes? Let us see. Charu said that, this is common to all the sentences. Charu said that she was going for a movie. I am going for a movie, was going for a movie. That means present continuous changes into past continuous. You can see the am will change into was, going, ing form is in the same form. Now we will discuss about present perfect tense. Present perfect changes into past perfect. Present into past. How? The same example is there. Charu said, I have gone for a movie. I have gone for a movie. That means have will change into had. Look at the sentence. Charu said that she had gone for a movie. As the rule says, present perfect changes into past perfect. The same way we are changing it. Now let us see the next rule. Present perfect continuous. Now present perfect continuous changes into past perfect continuous. If the reported speech is in present perfect continuous, we will change into past perfect continuous. Let us see how. With the help of this example. Charu said, I have been going for a movie. I have been. Now, have been will change into had been, simple thing. So, when the reported speech is in past perfect tense, in the indirect speech it will change into past perfect continuous, and Charu said that she had been going for a movie. This is the indirect speech. Now, next rule, simple past. Simple past changes into past perfect. When the reported speech is in simple past, it will change into past perfect. Let us see how. Charu said, I went for a movie. I went for a movie. Now, when it says I went for a movie, now we have to change it into past perfect. How it would be? Charu said that she had gone for a movie. She had gone for a movie. This is the past perfect. Look at the next sentence, next rule. Past continuous. Past continuous changes into past perfect continuous. How? Let us see the example. Charu said, I was going for a movie. I was going for a movie. Now, this was will change into past perfect continuous. How it is? Charu said that she had been going for a movie. She had been going for a movie. Now, this was all about the direct and indirect speech, and direct and indirect speech and active and passive voice. These two topics are completely related to the tense. So, tense I had taken in the beginning. Try to understand the tense and follow the rules which are given here. Before you do anything, first of all you need to understand the rules and regulations, and then it would be very easy for you to do it. Now, we will see the next thing, that is the last chapter of the grammar, and that is words a mixed bag. That means there are certain words which they confuse us, though they are having same spelling, same pronunciation, but then also somewhere according to the situation we use certain words which always confuse us, and these are the words which sometimes we use as a proverb to highlight the particular thing or particular topic. We use certain type of proverbs in the form of different type of words, and let us see which are those words. Now, there are certain idioms. If we talk about idioms, idioms are also known as proverbs. Proverbs which clear the meaning of the situation or the meaning of the matter. Let us see what are idioms. Idioms are groups of words which help us convey our ideas and feelings in a forceful way. That means idioms or proverbs, these are the group of words which we use to convey our messages or ideas in the forceful way. That is the important thing, that they are used to convey our ideas or feelings in the forceful way. That means they make the clear meaning of the particular situation or the word or passage. Now, for example, if we talk about the example, let us see. Mohan is person who calls a spade a spade. There are certain people who are always honest, they will not tell lie, and those people are given certain type of title, certain type of name. They are known as in different manner. How? The Mohan is a person who calls a spade a spade. That means this is, if we see this one, what is this? This is a scale, okay. And if somebody asks, then definitely if you are asked what is this, you will tell this is a scale. You cannot say this is a pen or pencil. That means what the exactly thing is there, you are going to tell the same thing. But the same thing is here with the Mohan. Mohan is a person who calls a spade a spade. That means if this is a scale, I will tell scale, because this is scale. I cannot say this is a pen or pencil. So, that is why what exactly meaning is, that is given here. Now, that means if we say in other words the same sentence, Mohan is a person who calls a spade a spade. How? Mohan is a straightforward person, that means what exactly is there, he will say the same thing or follow the same thing. Now, another idiom or proverb, what is that? Judge a book by its cover. Judge a book by its cover, that means judge someone based on appearance. We cannot judge anyone on the basis of appearance. Maybe the person, he is not good looking, or he is not dressed up well, or he has different type of walking style or speaking style. It does not mean that you could judge him in the good manner or correctly, that could be wrong also. That is why the idiom is here, the judge a book by its cover. We cannot judge anything on the basis of appearance. How? Let us see, the judge someone based on appearance. With the help of its appearance, we cannot judge anyone. Another one is, the bell is in your court. The bell is in your court. What does it mean? It is up to you now to take a decision. See the exact meaning of the idiom. The bell is in your court. That means it is up to you. The matter is clear to you. Now, it is up to you how you are going to decide, or what type of decision you are going to take, whether you are going to follow that or you are going to not follow that. And there are other many idioms like as you sow, so you reap. There is another idiom, as you sow, so you reap. Whatever you sown in the field, sow means to grow something in the field, bona. That means whatever you are sowing in the field, same thing you are going to reap. So, for example, if we expect something good from others, so it is our duty that first of all we need to be good to others. We should give respect to others, then only we will receive. Whatever you are giving, same thing you are going to receive. So, there are many proverbs like might is right. Might is right is another proverb, or a pen is mightier than sword. There are many idioms, many proverbs which we use in our day to day life. So, better you go through the idioms. There are many idioms given in the book. You should understand it, and all the meanings are also given there. With the help of meaning, you can understand what is the exact meaning of the idiom. So, these are the idioms which are given there. Now, another thing comes, homophones. Homophones are also words. Homophones and homonyms. There are two types of words given here. Homophones, what are the homophones? Homophones are words that have the same pronunciation but different spelling and meaning. See, homophones are the words which are having same pronunciation but different spelling. Pronunciation is same but spelling is different and meaning also different. How? Let us see. See the example. Cheat, to do something dishonestly. Cheating, he is a cheater, we should not follow him, and cheating is not good. We generally use in our day to day life, cheat. Now another thing is, now pronunciation is cheat, another one is cheat, same pronunciation but different spelling and meaning given. Now you see, this cheat means to do something dishonestly. Now another cheat, a small piece of paper cheat. If we put certain type of cheat for something, for generally this type of things are followed in the games, that who is going to take first chance, this type of things, that is cheat. Now you see the same pronunciation but different spelling and meaning, these are known as homophones. Try to differentiate it. Another one is homonyms. Now homonyms, what is there? Homonyms are the words that have the same pronunciation and the same spelling also but different meaning. Now here same pronunciation was there, different spelling and different meaning was there, where in the homophones. But if we talk about the homonyms, you will find there same pronunciation, same spelling also but different meaning is there. How it is? Let us see the words. Now party. Party means a celebratory event. Somebody is giving party on behalf of somebody's birthday or this and that, or any other occasion they are arranging a party, that is a celebratory event. And now another thing, now party, same spelling, same pronunciation but different meaning. Now a group formed by people with common goals and ideas, that is political party. Political party or religious party or any party where many people are coming together with the common ideas, the same pronunciation, same spelling but different meaning, this is called homonyms. Try to differentiate between these two words, homophone, homonyms. Homophones have same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning. Now if you talk about the homonyms, they have the same pronunciation and same spelling but different meaning. So you can understand through these words, and this type of things are there in the homophones and homonyms, and we use all these type of words in our day to day life, and it is good to know there are many things are given there in your grammatical book. So try to go through those words and understand it and use it in our day to day life. Thank you.